Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Pilzer, and today we're going to be talking about 5 most masculine habits you can start doing now to become more masculine. Now, odds are, if you're watching this video, you're probably a bit of a loser, and you're probably not too masculine. But the good news is, you're trying to find help, and you're trying to improve yourself, and it's partly not your fault. However, obviously, you sort of have to accept responsibility as well, and you have to do stuff for yourself as well. So, let's just jump straight into it. The first masculine habit that I want you to do is go to the gym. Going to the gym is very important as it can help you build an aesthetic body. This is important nowadays because the dating market is very competitive. So if you're out of shape, most likely you're not really gonna be attracting too much girls around. So that's the first part of the gym, is obviously you create an aesthetic body, which obviously gets you attention of girls. But obviously you don't want to be going to the gym just to get girls. You want to obviously be going to the gym for other reasons, which is obviously health. That's a huge factor, but also it makes you feel better in general. Obviously when you exercise, it releases endorphins, which make you feel happier. And going to the gym is just a very productive thing that you can do to pass your time. Furthermore, the gym also helps build discipline, which is an important trait in men, probably the most important trait in men that is needed now more than ever. Also, building a physically aesthetic body will help you earn respect from other men, as when you enter a room, if you are muscular, then you're just going to have more respect, whereas if someone who's got like bad posture is like this, is skinny, skinny fat, even worse, no one's going to really respect them because they're always like huddled up. Whereas if you're more open and you're all muscular and you've got great posture, you're just going to be respected more even before you even speak to anyone. I feel like that's important because your physical appearance is what your first impression basically. So if you walk in a room and you're all huddled up, you're skinny, you have bad posture, you're skinny fat or whatever, people are just going to judge you based on that. I mean, it sounds kind of cruel, but it is true, and they're not going to treat you too nicely. And what then that can end up happening is, let's say they treat you like just an insecure freak basically, then you're going to start having these negative thoughts, and then it's like a loop almost. Then you're going to start thinking that, so then you're not going to want to change yourself, so then people are going to treat you like that because of that. Whereas if you walk in, you're muscular, people are going to treat you with more respect, and then you're going to give more respect to others, and you're going to treat yourself with more respect. So that's another reason why the gym is just incredible, in my opinion. I mean, honestly, it generally might be one of my favourite hobbies because it's just such a great thing to do. Like, it improves your sleep, it reduces stress, it does all these incredible things for you. And it's honestly so simple. You just write down your day, write down like your thoughts, and it's really beneficial because, like I mentioned earlier, like seeing my progress, that helps a fuck ton. So like whilst you're journaling, you can also just sort of write down your goals and see how you're progressing, which is really great because a lot of the times when you're in self-improvement, if you're not journaling, you can sort of forget how far you've come. Whereas journaling, when you're rereading a journal, it's almost shocking because that's what happened to me. I didn't realize how far I've actually come in this journey, and then I reread my journal and I sort of realized, shit, bro, I was a complete loser. I didn't even have a haircut back then, bro. I had a buzz cut, and I was I was ugly, objectively. I was ugly, I was out of shape, I was so addicted to internet, video games, all of that, bro. I swear to God, even on a school day, I would legit spend 1 hour would be spent outside my room, and that would be going to the toilet, making food, eating food, etc. Now, never mind, actually, I ate food in my room as well. That's how bad it got. The only times I left my room when I got home were either to go to the toilet or to go downstairs to make food. And honestly, a lot of times I would legit get my mum or my grandma or something to make my food for me. That was so fucked. And then to evolving to finally having enough, reaching some of my lowest points, and then just having enough. And then I started working out. Then my friend introducing me to the gym, and then in 2023 was when I really started red pill. That's when I started meditating completely. I was already journaling, but I was meditating now, and now I was what else was I doing? I was thinking, I started reading. Yeah, I'm reading again, bro. I wasn't even reading before, but like near the end of 2022, I was sort of in a bit of a low point again, almost like a repeat of a year, and then I came back stronger, like a repeat of it last year as well. So yeah, journaling is a great hobby, and since we mentioned it already, let's move on to the next one, which is meditation. Meditation is a hobby I find very important now, especially in this world, because people have short attention spans because of TikTok and stuff. This means like they can't really hold a conversation with people, so even when they're talking or having a conversation with someone, their thoughts are just like racing through their mind. It's like our mind just becomes so overstimulated from all these like tablets, phones, laptops, that when we're deprived of that for even like a 5 minute conversation, it's like our mind is just itching for anything, and it just resorts to like having a bunch of thoughts, like just making scenarios in your head and everything. So meditation helps a lot with that. Meditation is basically practicing the art of mindfulness, and mindfulness is basically just being present, which is very hard nowadays, especially because like if you think about it now, like when was the last time you were like properly present? Because even when you're like listening to someone speaking, you're not really present. You're still having a bunch of thoughts in your mind. So meditation is a very important one for that. It also helps a lot with mental health, which is also very, very important, because mental health isn't too talked about, especially men's mental health. And when it is, it's talked about in a weird way. In it, it's not talked about like, oh, how you should actually do it, which is by like, you know, becoming more masculine, more hardworking. It's more like, oh, go to therapy. And therapy, honestly, I don't like therapy at all, unless it's like a certain kind. But like the commercial therapy and like antidepressants have been shown they don't really help too much. So meditation does help mental health as well. And yeah, meditation just has a lot of benefits as well. Our next hobby is going to be making money, ideally through like a business. You can go down the academic route and like work hard by like, I don't know, get 2 jobs maybe, and like work hard to actually earn money. That's like alright, but in the long run, it's not going to make you rich, and you're also going to end up like working a lot of hours, which could lead to like unhappiness. Unless like you actually do love your job, then fair enough. But if you're like an average person, you probably hate your job, and like having to work more is almost like torture. But if you have to, obviously do that and try work harder and to earn money. And yeah, if not, try like make a business. You don't have to be told how to do it, because if you are going to become rich, you already should have like a better mindset. And if you're like, you know, watching a YouTube video on how to become rich, which like you shouldn't really be doing that. You should just be doing stuff now. Do stuff now that will help in the future. Don't be like prolonging it, watching YouTube videos or these tactics, because like I mentioned in my video about getting rich, there is no easy way. You just have to put in hard work, hard effort, and just do it. So just do it now. You know, like stop watching YouTube videos about it and actually just do something, anything. If you can't think of anything, then tough, honestly, just stop going on your phone and stuff. Legit, just sit there in a room thinking for like an hour straight and think of ideas that you can do right now to make money. And yeah, that's the next hobby. And yeah, the last hobby will be reading. Like a meditation, I think reading is very important in society now, because our attention spans are so short because of apps like TikTok and even like YouTube and stuff, YouTube Shorts and stuff. It's just ruining our attention span. So honestly, like reading a book for most people is so hard. And the thing about reading, I feel like not a lot of people like reading because of school as well, because school forces you to read, but so then it also like creates a stigma that if you like reading, you're more of a nerd and stuff. But honestly, reading is one of the most important hobbies you can learn to do. You learn from other people, so it's I forgot who said this, but like it's quite incredible, because like you could take a mad successful person like Jordan Peterson and literally read their own words. It's almost like they're speaking to you, so you can learn so much from reading, and it's such an important hobby. Obviously, again, has lots of benefits, can increase mental health, etc, etc. But honestly, just it's the best way to learn, in my opinion, because like you learn, it's like they're legit speaking to you about their hands-on experiences that happened to them, and then like them teaching you what worked for them. And as Hamza has said, a man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others, and reading helps a lot to do that. It's going to be hard to do and maintain these habits, but trust me, if you keep maintaining these habits, eventually you'll become more masculine, and in the long run it will just serve you, because like Hamza again said, the time's going to pass anyway, so you may as well use the time that's going to pass anyway doing like the good habits rather than the bad habits, because the bad habits are just going to, sure, they might cause pleasure now, but they're going to cause pain in the long run, whereas the good habits will cause pain like short term but cause happiness long term. So which one are you going to choose? Short term pleasure or short term pain for long term pleasure or long term pain? Which one are you going to choose? Anyway, that's my video. Safe.